Hi. Alrighty, so today's Saturday, February 14th, 2014, and I just wanted to do a little FAQ on top surgery as I am 4 years and 1 month and a half post-op. So what is top surgery? Well, top surgery is also known as chest reconstruction surgery. It's the removal of breast tissue to create a contoured male-looking chest. Why may someone want top surgery? Well, for me, most of my dysphoria and my discomfort with my body had to do with my chest because it was so out there and it was a big signifier of me being female bodied. It just showed my female sex out in the open. So essentially, I would bind my chest. I used ace bandages at first, which were unhealthy because they don't breathe, and then I ended up using an underworks binder, which was a bit better of a decision because it's more breathable and it's made for restricting chest. It compresses it. It allowed me to feel more confident in passing as a guy and just feel more comfortable with my body in general. Took away the visibility of this even though it was uncomfortable. At least I couldn't see my chest. So chest basically can be a big place of dysphoria for trans guys or just anyone, regardless of their gender identity. If that is just something that they're uncomfortable with, it can be a big focus of dysphoria and discomfort. So what kinds of top surgery are there? Well, there's really two main kinds. There is a double incision procedure, also known as a bilateral mastectomy, that leaves the scars like what I have here. Or the other option is a keyhole periareolar incision procedure, which cuts around the nipple and takes all the tissue out of there and basically only leaves scars around the nipple and small scars on the side where the drains come out. Why did I choose a double mastectomy? Well, the truth is I didn't really choose it. My surgeon recommended what procedure would be best for me, and I had a medium-sized chest. It just would not have worked so well for the keyhole procedure because essentially your nipples have to be where they're going to be. So my nipples would have been super low down and that would have been really awkward. So essentially my doctor said I would probably need a lot of revisions if I wanted to go with the minimal scarring procedure, and I said, you know what, I'd rather just have it all done at once, go with the double incision, and I didn't mind scars, I didn't mind the results of that, so I decided to follow her advice, of course, and so I got the double incision. What doctor should I go to? Well, the two options really are to find a doctor that you really like the results of. So, for example, I really love the results of Dr. Garamoni in Sunrise, Florida. Fantastic results. Or the other option is to try and go as local as possible. For me, going locally was important because I was going to do this on my college break, and it turned out that there was like a really wonderful top surgeon only about an hour and a half away, Dr. Melissa Johnson in Springfield, Massachusetts. I could easily just drive to her for the pre-op appointment and drive home the day after surgery and recover at home with friends. So I chose to go locally to save the travel costs and just to be able to recover at home, basically. When it comes to choice for top surgeon, one can either choose to go by results and travel to get those results and go to the doctor that they've been dreaming of, because this is a one-time thing. So going to the person that you really want to go to is important. For me, I was a bit more indifferent. I was like, the double incisions all look the same to me, and I ended up having a really good experience locally, so that was good. So if you notice me being distracted, it's because Tiger was bothering me, but look how cute he is. Oh my god. Well, I can't really continue the video now. Sorry guys. I mean, I got the cat here, so gotta snuggle. So the day of surgery, I arrived at the hospital. I was so happy and so excited. All the staff greeted me with total respect, the right pronouns, the right name, everything going well. And then I was wheeled on into surgery. It went by real fast. I ended up spending one night at the hospital, and Dr. Johnson came the next day and cleared me to go home. She just asked me to come back a week later. I had these drains in. Basically, the drains were to receive the rest of the blood that was draining out of my body that had been stored in my breast. So they would come out of these little tubes into these grenades that I would have to empty. That was honestly the most, I don't know, frustrating part of recovery because it was so sensitive on the areas it came out. But for that week, I was on a lot of oxycodone, basically just tripping out, playing bananagrams at home. And yeah, I chose to take the medication because I have a pretty low pain tolerance, so I was having a pretty funny time overall. And so about 7 days later, I went and I got the drains out. It was like this slurpy, creepy feeling, but it actually was kind of cool. So that was pretty much my post-op appointment. That was about it. She was just making sure everything was okay. The stitches I had were self-disappearing or whatever it's called. So I didn't have to worry about getting any stitches out. And essentially then she sent me back off. She said, don't lift anything, 5 to 10 pounds for the first 3 weeks. Don't work out for 6 weeks. I was heading back to school, and I didn't ask for as much help as I needed, so I did stretch my scars a little bit, but I didn't work out for about 2 months, so that was pretty good. And then I had a follow-up appointment with her 2 months post-op. Basically, she took that after pictures and said that everything looked good, so I was very happy overall. How much does it cost? Well, for me, with everything included, the surgery fees, the hospital fees, the pathology test, the medication, the pre-op, the post-op, everything was $7,500. I worked all through high school to save up about a little less than half of that, and I borrowed the rest from my mom because I knew that I wasn't going to be able to save that much over the course of being in college. So I took out a loan from her. A lot of people will try to take out loans to pay for top surgery. Others will try to fundraise. There are grants, there are payment options, there's payment plans. So my surgeon, for instance, takes payment plans, so you can apply for it and then pay in little chunks, because it's a lot to pay like up front. I mean, it's a lot at once. So you'll see a lot of fundraisers for it, and obviously when you can help out a friend, absolutely, because it seriously is so worth it, and it takes a while to get there. It's really important, and I just wish that money was not an issue. Some insurances will cover it. Mine did not. Mine was just, they didn't care. So yeah. I don't need any revisions. However, there is this little bit of extra tissue that was left behind right in the middle, which is somewhat common. So you can see like a little bit of a cavity there. That is not because of my pecs. This is what my pecs look like. So, you know, yes, there is like a line there, but overall, like when I'm not flexing, you can see there's a little bit of fluff. Basically, it's just cosmetic, and I can't really feel it. It's kind of numb because I think that tissue was disturbed during surgery. However, if it ever concerns me in the future, I would definitely consider just getting that last little bit out. It would barely leave a scar to just get it sucked out. It just doesn't bother me right now, but if it ever does, that's probably what I'd do. Do I have any regrets? No, not a single one. Top surgery for me was the best day of my life. It seriously changed my world. It made me infinitely more comfortable with myself. It made me so much more comfortable with my body. It made me so much more comfortable in my relationships with everyone. And so, honestly, I would do it all again. If I could relive a moment in my life, it would be that day, even though it was so painful. Seriously, it was just amazing to look down at my chest and finally feel like it was right. So I'll put some links below to some of my immediate post-op videos. And the only other thing that I really wanted to mention was that top surgery will not just instantly give you pecs. Like, you're not going to like bust out and be like, whoa, all of a sudden you've got these pecs. Working out beforehand can definitely help aid in that, but definitely if you are trying to get pecs real fast, take the time to wait those 2 months or a month and a half before working out, because you will get there. And so yeah, that's my thing. Just heal slow and go slow, and it's going to be great. So I hope everyone has a good day. Thanks for sitting through this, and I'll be back. Probably. There's like a 100% chance. So, okay. Peace.